Hey everybody, so today I'm going to try something that I've been wanting to try new and haven't done yet. Um, I've been seeing a lot of people online doing this, so I have a smoker outside. You guys follow my channel, you've seen it before. Typically I'll do ribs, chicken, brisket, sausage sometimes. Brisket has gotten ridiculously expensive. It used to be per pound, used to be one of the cheapest beef cuts you could get. Now it's one of the most expensive. So a lot of the guys that barbecue online, YouTube, various places are now smoking um, shoulder or chuck roast, like what you would use for a pot roast. So what I have here is a little less than 2 pound Angus chuck roast, which should be a pot roast. I think it was a little less than $9 on sale. And I've seasoned it the same way I would with brisket. So it's got brisket rub, in my case, the Fiesta brand. But all that is it's a mix of salt, ground black pepper, some onion and garlic powder, paprika, and I think a little bit of brown sugar. And I've coated every side liberally, and I let it sit in the refrigerator with the seasoning on it for a couple of hours to let it soak in. It discarded a little bit of moisture off of it, but so we're going to take this outside, put it on the smoker, and we're going to cook it like a brisket and see how it comes out. Everybody says it comes out as good or even better than brisket, so we're going to find out. So let's head out to the smoker. One second, I forgot my barbecue glove. I need that. So we'll go out here on the deck to my Masterbuilt smoker, which I've already heated up to 259 degrees. I've got the auxiliary smoke box going, so it's had plenty of smoke on it, and I have oak chips in it. Let me set the tripod up. So we're going to open it up. This is the exact same way I would cook a brisket. Whoa, lots of smoke. Pull the rack out. Put it on the top rack. Close it up. We're at I've got it set for 7.5 hours, but I'll take it off before then. We're at 262-ish. And as you can tell when I open the door, there's lots of smoke coming out. And we will come back and check it in about 3 hours and wrap it and then cook it for a few more hours. We're back. It's been 3 hours. We're going to pull the meat off and wrap it and then put it back on so it gets tender and stays juicy. As you can see, it kind of shrunk up a little bit. It's okay for this experiment. We're just using a 2 pound chuck roast. If you were going to feed a bunch of people, you can buy them, up to like 10 pounds. Actually, Costco, if you have one, has a good deal on, I think, choice chuck roast. You get 2 of them. They're about 6 or 8 pounds a piece for like $20. So that's the best price I've found on them. So we are wrapped up, put back inside. We're still around 250, and we're gonna let that cook in the wrap for another 2 hours, and then we'll check it. We may let it go another hour. Brisket is a lot bigger, of course. Typically, I'll smoke that thing for like a full-size brisket. I'll smoke for somewhere in the order of 10 to 14 hours, but this is a really small chunk, so 5 to 6 hours should be enough. But I'll come back out and unwrap it and show it to you then. All right. So it's been another about 2 hours since I wrapped it. Took it off the smoker and brought it inside and unwrapped it, and I've sliced it up like I would a brisket. It smells amazing, and it cuts like butter. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna eat it for dinner. Yeah, it tastes amazing too. So I'm cooking up some side dishes, which are just canned stuff because I wasn't gonna cook a full everything today. This is an experiment. So I will cut this off right now and then come back in a few minutes and show you the finished product on the plate. Okay, slice some up. There's the meat, which is very similar to brisket. A little bit leaner maybe, but it was nice and juicy and tender. And then that's just some cut green beans that I put like a half tablespoon or half teaspoon of better than bouillon chicken base in when I warmed them up, so it makes them taste better. And that's just regular ranch style beans, but it's a pretty decent dinner. As I said, this stuff's really tender. You can fork cut it. It tastes really good, like brisket. You put a little barbecue sauce on it. I tasted it before without the barbecue sauce, and it was also good. So either way, if you want some sauce, put some on there. If you don't. Again, that was I think just under 2 pound chuck roast, which normally you would put in a crock pot or a Dutch oven and make a pot roast out of. Instead, I seasoned it with the same stuff I seasoned brisket. Put it on the smoker for what ended up being about 5 hours on 250 degrees. 3 hours uncovered, and then 2 hours wrapped in foil back on there. Kept it nice and juicy. If you don't have a smoker, but you have any kind of a grill, whether it's a charcoal grill, propane grill, whatever, you can always use wood chips in your grill and put the meat on one side opposite wherever you have the fire going, hopefully underneath the top vent, and just let it smoke that way. If you're using a gas grill, that's a little bit difficult to do, but you can take and make a pouch out of aluminum foil, put soaked wood chips in there, and lay it actually next to one of the burners on the gas grill, and it'll smoke as well. So there's ways to do it. Get the smoke in there even if you don't have a smoker. So give it a try. It's, like I said, a lot. I used a small piece, but you can get for $12-14. You can get up to like 5, maybe 6 pound chuck roast and use that, and that would easily feed 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 people, depending on their appetite. And so you probably about half the cost of a brisket. So it's a nice, good, delicious, cheap meal. So thanks for watching. As always, I'll put a description or put the particulars in the description. Thanks again.